Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Sports Blitz here. We're back with another NFL record prediction. Before we get started, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Guys, we are so close to 350 subscribers. We're at 327 right now. We're 23 away. If you guys could do me a huge favor and make sure to subscribe as well, that'd be super appreciated. We're really trying to grind to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Also, if you guys want to follow the Instagram, I have that right over here. Let me make sure I have the right area. Right over there. If you guys want to follow the Instagram, make sure to do so. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Week 1, guys, I think the Vikings are going to be a tough team. I really do. I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play this year, which I don't think he will, in all honesty, I think the Vikings win that division, and I think the Vikings will pull off a win against the Bengals. Week 2, this game could be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I know a lot of people see this and are instantly like, Bears are going to win this. Easy. But it's quite possible that Andy Dalton is still starting this point in the season, so I don't see that extra element that Justin Fields gives the offense yet. I don't think it's going to be quite as explosive yet. The defense is still really good. I think it'll make Joe Burrow kind of struggle. I personally think the Bengals should have taken Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase, but it is what it is. Jamar Chase will still be an incredible player in this league. And he has that chemistry with Burrow. So it wasn't necessarily a bad pick, but I think Penei Sewell would have been a smarter pick for this franchise. And I think this is a game that you're going to see the results of that. I think the Bears D-line is just too good, and they're going to get after the Bengals O-line. But it'll be a close game. I could see the Bengals really making it tough. Week 3, now I'm not super high on the Steelers this year. Okay, I don't think they're going to be a 10-win team. Just going to put that out there. I don't think they're going to be a 10-win team or a playoff team. I think the Bengals will split with the Steelers. I think they're the thing with the Steelers is I see them on the downfall, but I see the Bengals rising. By next year, I could see the Bengals ahead of the Steelers. I think Steelers are a little bit ahead of the Bengals right now, but I think they're pretty close. So I'm gonna have them split. But the Bengals have gotten a lot better at playing the Steelers recently, so I don't know. It could potentially be a sweep. Then I think the Bengals will beat the Jags. I'm not real high on the Jags. Really, the only AFC South team that I am real high on is the Titans right now. Colts I had at 9-8 and not making the playoffs. Titans are the only AFC South team I really see doing much this year. Week 5. Now this is a game that could actually be a trap game. If it's Jordan Love and he doesn't play up to expectations, Bengals could win this. And they are in Cincinnati. They have home field advantage. I'm gonna reverse this. I'm gonna give it to the Bengals. I know it's gonna be really close. That's a really tough one for me. Jordan Love, we haven't seen a single snap in the NFL for him. And I've got some pretty big questions for that Packers defense as well. I think the Bengals could pull off the upset. I do. Week 6, I have the Bengals. I originally predicted the Lions to beat the Bengals. I'm going to reverse that. I think the Bengals are the better team. I think they are both on the uprise. I think the Lions did a good job in hiring Dan Campbell. While his speech was kind of strange and stuff, it also was the type of speech that made you want to just run through a brick wall. It was it was a good speech in my opinion. So I think the Lions are on the rise, but I think the Bengals end up winning it. Week 7, you know, I have a hard time with the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens play the Bengals really tough, but I don't really have them as a as a 13-14 win team like I did last year. I don't think they're going to be quite as good. I'm going to have them split. I'm going to have them split. That's a really tough one. I could see the Ravens sweeping the Bengals, but I'm gonna give them the split. I am. Week 8. Now this is another game that I'm gonna have to reverse. I feel bad reversing so many of these games. I I think the Bengals are a more well-rounded team than the Jets. I think the Jets still have some pretty big holes. We don't know what Zach Wilson's gonna be. At this moment, Joe Burrow's definitely the much better quarterback. Um, I mean, I the Jets I think have the better coach. Okay, I think Robert Saleh is going to be a really good coach, but I think the Bengals team just has more chemistry. And Burrow looked really good before he got injured last year. He looked like a starting NFL quarterback. He looked good. So I think the Bengals win this one. Week 9, I honestly had the Browns sweeping the Bengals. Sorry, Bengals fans, I know you don't want to hear that. Week 18, okay? Week 18, watch out. The Browns at that point probably have a playoff spot already locked up, so they could rest their starters for that game. If they do, the Bengals could get a win there, and they could go 3-3 in the division. As of right now, I'm going to give the Browns sweeping them, but if the Browns rest their starters for that game, the Bengals win that. Week 11, guys, Raiders fans hate me. Okay, Raiders fans are so mad at me. Like, it's kind of funny actually. I had them go 3-14. I don't think they're that talented of a team. I really don't. I like John Gruden. I like Derek Carr. I like Darren Waller. But that's about all on this team that I do like. They tore apart their offensive line, which is the only good thing about that team besides Waller and Carr. I don't know what they were thinking this offseason. I'm going to give this win to the Bengals. Week 13, I'm going to give them back-to-back losses to the Chargers and 49ers. I think they're both going to take a big step forward this year. I think the Niners could very well get back to how they were in 2019. I could very well see that happen. And the Chargers, I think they're going to take a big step forward this year with Justin Herbert. This could be a really fun game, though. Herbert and Burrow again. Last year when they played, it was Tyrod Taylor. This could be a really entertaining game. I wouldn't rule out the Bengals for this game, but for right now, I think the Chargers are the better team. Week 15, I think the Bengals, honestly, are the better team, in all honesty. They have a much better quarterback. That's for sure. But the Broncos, I feel like, have a good enough D-line that it's going to get after Burrow and make him struggle a little bit. So I'm going to give this one to the Broncos. And then week 17, I'm giving that one to the Chiefs. So overall, it has the Bengals at 7-10. Obviously, there's quite a few games here that could go either way. It's a pretty tough schedule. But we wouldn't be surprised if they pulled off a win against the Bears, if they possibly swept the Steelers. They could pull off that Week 18 game against the Browns. They could beat the Chargers. If the Niners have a bunch of injuries again, they could win that game. And they could beat the Broncos. Really, if this offensive line can protect Burrow well enough and this defense can perform, this team's ceiling, honestly, is like 10 or 11 wins, maybe 12. Like, this team has some potential. They really do. But where it stands right now with a shaky O-line, a questionable coach, and still a questionable defense, I have them at 7 and 10. But let me know your prediction for the Bengals in the comments section below. Again, guys, I'm only 23 away from 350 subs, so if you guys can smash that sub button and subscribe and like the video as well, that'd be super appreciated. But I will see you next time. Later.